Hey, Smitty. Just wanted to check in with you now. Did the whole playing defense thing come back to you like riding a bike, or what? You spent the whole most of the season playing up front. I asked Clinty if you might consider for the playoffs maybe playing you back up front. He said nope, he's a defenseman now. So just wondering how that transition is for you, and also you know how much of an opportunity is it for you to when Sprady got traded and you got to play full time at that position.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like riding a bike. I mean, that's the position I know the best. That's where I was drafted, and I have the most games playing defense, and so I feel most comfortable going back there. And I think making the transition to forward, it was a little bit harder to go forward than it was to go back to defense. So being back there with Troops, it's been good. Obviously, he's a fantastic defenseman. I think we feed off of each other, and it's been good. So it's good to have that mindset going into the game. I think I've talked to you guys before about that, where the hardest thing for me was being mentally prepared for what position I was going to play. So physically, I found it not too difficult. It's just mentally where you have to be and understanding the game. And I like to kind of visualize my game before it happens. I think a lot of players are like that, and knowing what position you're going to play before the game helps, where you can kind of focus on that. So knowing that I'm going in to play full defense is pretty cool, and I'm excited for it. And like I said, I think it is kind of like riding a bike.
So yesterday we talked a little bit about kind of the balance of this team between veterans and a lot of rookies with not a lot of playoff experience. So just what do you kind of see as your role, kind of having some of that experience heading into this situation where nobody really knows what to expect? How do you kind of prepare the younger guys on the team for what they might encounter here?
Yeah, obviously it's a interesting situation. Nobody's really dealt with it, but what we have dealt with is playoffs and what to expect. So, as a leadership group, a lot of us have playoff games and we understand it. And for me, is to kind of give wisdom in that aspect. And I was very fortunate to be a part of the Red Wings with all those guys. Seemed like they were 30 plus and played 100 plus playoff games. So I got to watch them and learn from them. And I picked up so many tips and just how to hold myself on and off the ice. And that's something that I try to emulate and then help pass on to some of these younger guys. And I think by doing that, it'll help guys feel more comfortable. And that's how I did when I was a young guy. And it's funny how the season goes. A lot of times in a regular season, I feel like by Christmas it amps up. By the playoff push, it amps up even more, and then by playoffs, it's a whole different ball game. But now with this whole COVID experience, things are a little bit different. So you're trying to get back up to speed. So for myself, it's different for myself. I'm not as comfortable probably as I would be going right from a season into the playoffs, but I think from just understanding what to expect is an area I can help out the younger guys and the guys that don't have as much playoff experience. But I feel like sometimes, because since we're going through this like all together and in a new aspect, sometimes these younger guys that haven't had playoff experience, it might work for them too, because nobody is really. This is a new chapter, and I'm excited about what we've been doing in practice. I think we've had great practices and good work. So, like I said, I'm not sure totally what to expect, but from what the playoff experience I've had before, I can kind of give tidbits on that. That's about the best I think I can do for the fellas, and then obviously play my own game and be smart that way.